Hey guys, this is Nick from Attrell Toyota here in the Brampton Auto Mall, and you are looking at the beautiful 2021 Toyota Corolla SE Upgrade. First things first, I want to show you this beautiful paint color that we have. This is our blueprint color, and this car is beautifully wrapped in it. I'm going to do this video a little bit quicker today just because we're about to get some rain. Now, as I move over to the left here, you're going to see that you can tell this is a sport edition because of the grille on the front. You have a beautiful honeycomb look that stretches out under to the left and to the right underneath the 3J LED headlights. It has just a wonderful sporty look to the vehicle, and as I move to the side, you'll see that the grille, the headlights, and these beautiful 18-inch alloy wheels all really come together to just accent that beautiful blueprint color. So as I come to the side, you're just going to notice that this car has a couple of differences to previous generations in that this new TNGA platform, as I move out just a little bit here, you're going to see this new TNGA platform has the mirrors located on the door as opposed to being on the pillar. Now you can see that what that does is it actually gives you as the driver a little bit more of a window to see pedestrians and other things that might be in the way. So it's important to note that Toyota's brand as a whole is trying its best to just mitigate as many accidents as possible, and one of the ways that we do that is just little touches such as these to increase driver visibility. Now as I come down to the side of the vehicle here, you're going to see there's a little bit of a cowl at the bottom by the doors, and it actually is a nice glossy dark plastic, and what it does is it actually gives you more of a sporty feel, but it actually gives you a rich, elegant look to it as well. So instead of looking like some cars do where they're cheap sporty, this is actually an elegant sporty design. Now as you're moving down towards the back, I'll show you that it's got a beautiful sporty honeycomb spoiler going down the back with dual exhaust. Now, this is very similar to a video I just did on the standard edition SE, and it does have that as well. But with this upgrade, I should say, you're going to get a couple of the different features, such as those beautiful rims, the 18 inches. You're going to jump up from a 16-inch just chrome alloy to now you're in a two-tone chrome and kind of really a dark gray 18-inch alloy with this upgrade edition. As we move around the side, you'll just see that this car really does have some elegant body lines. And it does have some similarities with its SE cousin in that it does have the cowl at the bottom, it does have the sport grille and the spoiler at the back. But I believe truly that these rims really give it a whole other beautiful look to this vehicle, and you'll see later on as we move forward into this video that there are some other subtle differences as well that really do give this car, as it says, an upgrade. Bear with me as we head inside the vehicle. Alright guys, so as always, I want to start with the key before we get inside the vehicle. Now, the SE Standard Edition as well as the SE Upgrade both have this wonderful smart key system, and they do have similar features as well as the panic, the hold to release the trunk, as well as your traditional unlock and lock buttons. And as well as any other Toyota product that does have a smart key system, it does have the ability to open up your door and lock your door just straight from the handle on either the passenger or driver's side. So I can show you this. If you take two fingers, place them on this notch. Now the car is running, so it actually won't lock, but that is the sound that will happen when your car's running. You actually can't lock it. But traditionally, if the car was turned off, that would activate the locks on the vehicle. Now to unlock the vehicle, I can actually put my hand underneath. You'd hear two chimes, and I can open this door and see the inside of the cabin. Now, first impressions, as always, are that the inside of this car, and I just switched the views there, the inside of this car is very, very well equipped. Now, as you remember in the SE video, the standard edition, you can see that there's a beautiful blue trim that goes inside the seats that gives it that sporty feel. You do have a leather wrapped steering wheel that is heated, which is very wonderful to have. And like all of our Corollas on this new TNGA platform, there is tons of space. As you get in, it is spacious. It doesn't feel like you're sitting on the floor. It actually feels very comfortable. It feels intuitive. It feels safe. And most importantly, you do feel like you can kind of stretch out and move. You don't feel crammed. You don't feel like you're squeezing into a car. You actually feel like you're just slipping into the front seat of this beautiful vehicle. Now bear with me as I hop in. All right, again, first impressions. The seats are very, very comfortable. There's tons of leg room in this vehicle. I'm just going to show you just a little pan down to my feet. There are tons of space in this vehicle. You can actually stretch your legs out all the way. There's a nice little pillar just on the side for you to rest your non-driving foot, and it's just really comfortable. There is a great arch support for your back. The seat itself is extremely comfortable, and the viewing is very, very, very open as well as bright, but easy to see. Now, as I close this door, I want to allude again back to the mirrors. Now, as you see from left to right, the mirrors are very easily put where you can see, but there is this whole other view that now you can see because of the relocation of the mirrors on either side. As you can see, there's a little bit of a window that just opens up the viewing so that the driver just has that much more of a sight line, so that when you see people or things, you make sure that you avoid them at all costs. Now, moving along with that theme of being a non-distracted driver, again, similar to all of our Corolla models, you'll see that all of our buttons are intuitively placed right on the steering wheel, making it so much easier for you to change the radio, change the volume, adjust your different Toyota Safety Sense features while on the highway, as well as using cruise control and the different modes that your car offers. A lot of this stuff is just intuitively placed right here, so you can pick up and answer a phone call. You can use your 4.2-inch multi-information display. You can change the volume, as I said, and you can even activate your voice assistant. Now, with our 2021s, you do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can use Google Assistant and Siri respectively. And then finally on this side, you have your the different ranges that you can change for your dynamic range cruise control, where you can set how many car lengths you'd like to be away from the car in front of you with the radar system, as well as our lane tracing assist. You can also make sure that this watches the lines that you're driving on. You can turn this on and off if the chime is something you'd rather have or not have. And then finally, you also have your cruise control here as well to be able to use on the highway. I actually really like this system better. The system traditionally used to be under here, and there was like a little lever that you could use. Now it's just intuitively placed right on the steering wheel, very easy to use, and you don't have to take your hand even off the wheel at all. Now, as we move in, you'll see that 4.2-inch information display. Watch as I zoom in a little bit there. You'll see that there are all kinds of different options, very similar to our SE Standard Edition. You'll see that you do have a digital speedometer. You do have a digital range identifier as well, where you're able to see how much is left in your tank kilometer-wise. You do have your odometer. You do have a little indicator in the bottom corner where the P is, that'll tell you that you are in drive, you're in neutral, you're in reverse, or if you're actually using our gear systems, our gear range simulator, you can actually check and see if you're in M1, and it actually won't let you shift in while you're not moving, but if you're in M1, 2, 3, or so on and so forth. So it is a very nice little system that tells you all kinds of information. You do have a traditional tachometer as well as a traditional speedometer, and your temperature gauge as well as a traditional fuel gauge as well. So with your multi-information display, as I just kind of pan over there, you'll be able to see that there are different options. You have a clock there as well with the temperatures of the outside of the vehicle. They're very predominantly placed, easy to look at. The biggest thing with Toyota, again, is trying to keep drivers not being distracted. So giving you big enough information that's centrally located, that's easy to see and obtain quickly. As we move over to the side, you can see that you have your cruise control as well as your lane tracing assist. You also have an audio section that'll tell you what's playing on your phone through Bluetooth, or if you're playing something through the radio as well, it'll show you all that information. You also have a trip and a distance calculator. You can have this for if you're going on long trips for business, or if you're going on long trips for pleasure and you want to track your mileage, you can do so very easily. You also have the Toyota Safety Sense hub in here as well, which has lane tracing alerts with steering assist, pre-collision system, blind spot monitor, and rear cross traffic alert. Now, it's very important for you to know that you can turn these on and off. The lane tracing alert you would do on your steering wheel itself, but you can turn these on and off, but Toyota always recommends that we keep these on. The safest way to drive your Corolla is with all of these turned on and working. If they're off, the chances of getting into an accident component can climb quite dramatically. So it's always important to know that you keep these on. Should you ever turn them off, it's important to know that they will stay off until you actually come back in and manually turn them on again. So it's very important that you have that turned on to keep you as safe as possible, but also to keep others safe as well as you're driving. Now, as I zoom out here, you'll be able to see that we do have our 8-inch touchscreen, very similar to our SE Standard Edition. The nice thing with the SE Upgrade is you do get satellite radio in here, which is very handy. If you have any stations that you like to listen to, different talk shows from different places, you can access those through Sirius. With our cars, you do get a free 3-month subscription. Sorry, try saying that really fast 10 times. You do get the subscription for 3 months, and then after that, Sirius will contact you to pay moving forward. Now, as we go to our menu, I can show you the different options that you have. You do have audio, you do have your phone that you can attach with Bluetooth, and you do have projection, which refers to our Apple CarPlay and our Android Auto. Now, as we move down, you do have a digital climate control system in here as well. As you can see in Celsius, you are able to adjust how hot or cold you want the inside cabin to be. You do have a number of different settings that you can use here to direct that airflow, whether to your feet, to your head, or both, or different places. You do have heated mirrors, as well as heated rear window as well, and you do have defrost for the front as well for the 6 months in Canada that we do have winter, it seems like. You also have air conditioning and different options here for eco, heat, and cool. So there's all kinds of different options you have for keeping the cabin as comfortable as possible. As we move over to the side, you'll see that one of the biggest differences here, at the bottom, is that you will get a Q wireless charging in this car versus the standard edition. The upgrade edition gives you Q wireless charging. If you have a compatible phone, you can actually take that phone, lay it on top with when you turn it on. I'll actually show you that right there. And that button that is green right now will actually go orange just until it sees that your phone is there, and then it will start to charge it. So it's very important that you remember that you have all these different options in this upgrade edition that don't actually come in the standard edition. Sometimes we get people that come in and they're looking for one specific thing, and it's important to know which package has which. And we have wonderful sales staff here at Attrell Toyota who would love to help you with that and make sure that you get the feature that you absolutely want. Included with this also that you would find in the standard edition but also in the upgrade is heated and cooling seats for the front driver and passenger. High and low settings are available there as well for those of you who want to keep your buns nice and warm in the wintertime, or for the special few who like to use them in the summer as well. Now, as we move down here, you'll see with the shifter, we do have a sport mode near the front that you can see, and our traction control button as well that you can make use of should you need to. We also have the ability to shift gears similar to the standard edition, where you can actually shift through simulated gear ranges to give you help in the winter time. If you want to slow down, you can downshift, or if you're trying to pass someone on the highway as well. You also do have your electronic parking brake as well as your brake hold feature. The brake hold feature is very wonderful when you're driving and you're at a long red light. You're able to press that button, take your foot off the brake, and rest your foot until such time as you need to move forward, in which case you can actually just press the gas and this brake hold will come off automatically. So yeah, this is really the front of the vehicle. This is what goes on in the interior of the front of this Corolla. As I said before, it's spacious. There's tons of space up here in the front. For those of you, if you're a little bit bigger, even if you're smaller, the car is very well equipped. Everything is centrally located. It's all within an arm's reach. It's very easy to change the radio station. It's very easy to change the climate, to adjust everything, to use your four-ways. Everything is very close by and easily accessible. So biggest things that I can tell you, biggest impressions of the front seat is that it's comfortable, there's space, and is very intuitive for a driving experience. You will really, really enjoy it. Now stick with me as we check out the back seat. All right, guys, now I know what you're saying. You're probably going to say, Nick, there was a moonroof this entire time? Yes. Now, I purposely waited to the back seat to tell you this because it really opens up the back seat of this vehicle and lets in a ton of light. And so I want to show you just here, as you can see, There is a beautiful moonroof that you get on the upgrade edition that's not traditionally there for the standard edition, and it is a beautiful edition. It's actually one of my favorites for this Corolla, and the reason why is it just opens up the cabin. It lets in so much light. It gives really the whole view of this cabin such a nice upgrade as you're able to see all the different features that are in here. You're also able to have clear sight lines all in and around the vehicle, as well as being able to see the stars at night or the sunshine during the day. Now, this powered moonroof does open all the way, and it does tilt as well to let in some extra airflow or to open up so that you can get the real breeze coming in. But it really is a wonderful upgrade. Now, with the rest of the back seat, it's very much similar to the rest of the Corollas. It is comfortable. There's tons of room. The seats are curved, so you're able to actually fit your knees in the back here. But there is all kinds of space, all kinds of open space here in the back for you to be able to be comfortable and not feel crammed, but also to fit enough people in here should you need to. One thing that I failed to mention a little bit earlier for the other cars, but I will mention now, is there's also some safety restraints in here for your car seats as well, to be able to fit 2 car seats in the back for your growing family. So if that's a need that you have moving forward, that you want to be able to fit kids in here, it is safe. It is easy to fit booster seats as well as car seats into the back. And one of our sales staff here at Attrell Toyota would love to be able to help you install those so that they're safe and enjoyable for your kids. So yeah, as you can see, tons of space. This moonroof really does open up and give you just a wonderful sight line and wonderful light into this cabin. And to me, it is a worthy upgrade for this vehicle. Wait with me as we check out the trunk. All right, guys, again, so with our Corollas, all of our Corollas, whether being an LE, XLE, XSE, SE, all of the alphabet, either one that you pick will all have the same body type. And so the trunk itself will actually be the same size on the LE to the SE upgrade. And so, as I've said before, and you'll see before in other videos, this is a very spacious back seat as well as a spacious trunk. Now, you can put the seats down to add even more space, but there is tons of space here for growing families who may be going out to the beach for the day, if you got to go get groceries or maybe make that IKEA purchase you've been waiting for. There is tons of space in this car for you and for all kinds of different applications. So, one other thing to mention is that as I close this trunk, you can actually open the trunk a couple of different ways. You can use the key, the smart key, where you hold onto the button and will actually pop itself, or you can go into the front seat and use the lever. So this is the trunk for the SE Upgrade, and it is really very much similar for all TNGA platform Corollas. All right, y'all, now the same as the SE Standard Edition, the SE Upgrade also comes with this 2.0 liter 4-cylinder dynamic force engine from Toyota. And so this is the engine that we've talked about before in other videos. It's efficient, it's smooth, it's not too loud, it's actually quite quiet inside the cabin, but it also is very intuitive as usual. It's very efficient for those driving in the city, and even efficient for those driving on the highway as well. Now, as we move over to the side of the vehicle, I'm actually going to show you the mileage numbers offered by Toyota for this vehicle. And so you'll see that combined, we're looking at 7 liters per 100 kilometers, as well as 6.2 highway or 7.7 city. So as you can tell, this is a car that is fuel efficient and practical, but looks really, really good while doing it. And so if you're interested in looking at one of these SE Upgrades or any other Corollas we have here at Attrell Toyota, come on down to 110 Can-Am Crescent here in the Brampton Auto Mall, and one of our sales staff would love to help you get one of these in your driveway. Have an awesome day. Take care.